All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to make a website using Google Sites. So you can go here and you can type in sites.google.com. You could also just Google Sites and it would pull up too. And you're going to use this to make a website for the small business that you have been working on this week, but you can also, after you're done with that, just make a website for yourself if you want to. So once you get here, you may not have this down here that says recent sites unless you've ever used Google Sites before. I have some previous Google Sites, so I have that there, but you probably don't. So you're going to click here and click Template Gallery. It may bring you to this tab that says Benton School District. If it does, just click over here to this tab that says General. And then you can scroll through and see what all templates. They have several small business templates. They may not have exactly what you want. For instance, if you are doing an ice cream shop, they're probably not going to have specifically an ice cream shop. But they do have a restaurant. An ice cream shop is a type of restaurant. They may not have specifically whatever exact kind of business you have, but you can work with these. Even if you're not doing a salon, you can still use the salon template and just change it to fit what you need. There are also some other ones up here that you could probably work with as well, but I would probably recommend selecting one of these. So I'm going to pick Dog Walker here. And I have my site. So the first thing you can do if you want to, you can go in and change everything. But if you want to kind of see what this looks like, because it is kind of a brief view, you can go here. And this gives you a preview of what the site actually looks like. And you can preview it. If you look down here at the bottom, there's a little bar. You can preview it on phone, on tablets, and on desktop, just to see what all the different versions look like. And then you can click X and go back to edit. So you can come in here, things like photos can be changed. You can click change image. And then you can either upload an image or you can select an image from their gallery. If you just want some sort of generic header. You can enter the URL of an image you find online. You can search. You can do a Google search from here. So if I was opening an ice cream shop, I could search ice cream. And I'll pick this one. And then I could click select. It will adjust it for me. And then there it is right there. There are also some other options on here. Upload or albums that you've already uploaded and your Google Drive. So there's tons of options. You can also just click upload and you could upload your logo that you made on Canva, or if you made a website header on Canva as one of your choice ones, you could do that. And then you can go in here and type the name of your business. I forgot, you got to click on this little pencil icon in order for it to let you edit. Okay, and I know that it looks weird right now, but keep in mind that it's a very squished view, and when you open it in the full preview mode, it'll show you. So I am going to open it in preview so you can kind of see actually what it looks like. And now it doesn't look so weird because it's not so squished. Then you can go down here. If you want to have an about me, you could. It would depend on what you're doing. If you're doing something that's like a service, like lawn mowing, you might have about me. If you're doing a restaurant or a clothing boutique, you would probably call it about us. You can enter some information there. You can probably also just copy and paste what you put on your pages document for your small business brainstorming. I had you write something similar to that. Then down here, you can put the address and the phone number and all that other stuff that you've made up. And then once you're done with that, so this is your home page of your website, then you can come in here and you can add new pages. So you can come here and click the plus sign. So if you missed that, I was here, I went to here on pages, the middle tab on the right, click plus, and then add a new page. And I might call this flavors. So my ice cream shop, first you go to the home page, and then you can go and you can see all of our flavors that we have. And so I could go in down here, and this one is completely blank. So once you get to here, you're gonna need to go to insert, and I'm like, what do I wanna do? Do I wanna just make a list? If so, I can add a text box. Or what I might like to do is I might like to insert this little photo gallery, and then I could come in here and I could put in okay, so I put in pictures of each of the flavors of ice cream and then put a label underneath, and I could even go in and add a second layer if I want to, and a third layer, and do like that. So if you are doing something where you're selling individual products, you can make a page of those. If you're doing something where you're offering services, you could do a page for each service if you wanted to. So like if you were doing a lawn mowing business, you could do one page for yard mowing, one page for leaf blowing, and so on and so forth. Or if you were doing car maintenance, you could do one page for tire rotation and one page for oil changes, and just so on and so forth. Like you can make a page for each one, or you can have a lot of things on each page. You probably want some sort of contact me page. So I'm gonna go in and add another page, and I'm gonna call this contact us. Okay, so it says that there. I'm gonna go over here, and there's several things that I can add here. One thing I can do is add a map. So I can make up a fake address. I'm just gonna use the school's address. You can do the same. So I'm going to allow it to use my location. And then I'm just gonna pick this. I'm gonna pretend like we're using Butler Auditorium. Okay, so you can just insert a map like that. Again, you don't have to use a real address. Don't put your home address or anything like that. Just use the school's address. But you've seen this on websites before, probably. You've seen where they have like a little map in there to show you where they are located. I could also then go in and add a text box. Okay, so then I can go in here and I can put in fake address and phone number. And you could go down here and you could put like a picture of yourself, or a picture of the, you can Google like ice cream shop store and like put in a picture of an ice cream store, or something like that. You can really just play around with this. All I'm asking you to do is spend the class period playing around with Google Sites. If you have something at the end of the period that looks like you spent all period trying to do it, I'm gonna give you a grade for that. You don't have to have this beautiful, amazing site or anything like that. I just want you to mess around with it and see what you can do. I don't want you to sit there and do nothing. You definitely have to play around with it if you want to get the points. But whereas the stuff we did on Canva, because I spent a lot of time showing you stuff and helping you and we worked with it all week, that's being graded on like how good your end result was. This is not being graded on how good your end result was. This is just being graded on the fact that you tried it and you spent most of the period playing around with it, trying to get things to look the way you wanted them to look. Even if you don't end up with something that's absolutely amazing, I want you to end up with something that you spent the whole class period on. Just kind of playing around with it. This is a really good resource for you beyond this class. You could definitely use Google Sites for things for other classes as well. And if you ever decide to start a small business, you can run your entire site through Google Sites. I run a small business and my entire site was designed using Google Sites. So you can definitely customize this and play around with it. But today I just want you to try and see what all you can accomplish.